Listener discretion is advised. Hello and welcome to Scary Time, the podcast that helps you find new, emerging, and undiscovered scary and paranormal podcasts. I'm Greg, the host and curator of Scary Time. Today's episode is from PNW Haunts and Homicides. Caitlin and Cassie chat true crime, paranormal, and all things spooky in the Pacific Northwest. If you like today's episode, make sure to check out the episode description for links to subscribe. All right, let's get this show started.
Begin.
Hi, Caitlin.
Hi, Cassie.
Hi, creepy people.
Hello.
It's World UFO Day, y'all.
Oh, shit. Well, that makes a lot more sense.
What do you mean?
Well, because we're setting up to record over Zoom, which we almost never do anymore. And I was just, both of us actually, me more so than you, but we were having some issues.
It was the aliens.
It was the aliens.
Totally.
Mm-hmm.
But we're not talking about aliens today, unfortunately.
Oh.
I know. I tricked you out, didn't I? You thought we were going to talk about aliens.
Yeah.
Not today.
I was like, it's been a while since we covered aliens.
Yeah.
There's probably
about
more.
a year, I think.
Yeah. That's crazy. I think you're right.
I should have planned to maybe do another one, but whatever.
You know what though? We can plan to do another one soon. There's some other stuff I won't even say here. I'll share with you later because I found some things that I was like, I don't know. Might be a little bit of a rabbit hole, but
I like rabbit holes.
Yeah.
Well, I keep forgetting to say this is PNW Haunts and Homicides.
I feel like people know.
Yeah, but
we should probably still say it, but forgive us if we forget occasionally.
Yeah.
It might happen.
You can tell
especially
us.
Today.
Write us and let us know if we forget.
Especially. Yeah. This week, we'd really like it if you didn't write in and tell us that specifically. Write in and tell us anything but that. But it's been a bit of a whirlwind, at least for me.
Yeah.
So
what a week.
Finally back in the apartment.
Yeah, we're not at a hotel this time.
Yeah. I'm recording from a different desk than usual because why go back to normal?
Overrated.
It's close enough.
You're very pink.
Close enough. I have a bathroom.
You're so pink. Yeah. It's throwing me off how pink you are.
This is purple. Google said this was purple.
Google lied.
Yeah. I mean, I can tell Google to make it a different color.
I don't care.
Is there a more UFO appropriate color?
Green. Like an alien.
Okay, let's see. We'll see if Google can hear me from around the corner. Hey, Google. Turn the family room lights green.
Oh, now she's an alien.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Perfect. All right. So I always say that. So I went on 2 Seattle trips recently and I had some experiences on them that I wanted to tell you guys about. They're pretty cool.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, do I know about these?
You might. And I had this issue when I was writing it. And I was like, did I already talk about some of these on the podcast? Or did I just tell Caitlin?
I don't think so. If you told me, as you know, I'm basically a goldfish and I might remember only part of it. So we'll see.
I don't know.
Yay, I'm so excited.
If you creepy people have heard any of this before, I apologize. but it's still pretty fun. So the first thing that happened when we were at our hotel, so we were in the elevator with a group of people and none of us could get the cards to work to like, because you have to use the card to get to your floor, right? And they weren't deactivated because we just used them to get into the building. So they worked.
That's so weird.
And I don't think
we had the same experience recently.
Yeah, they weren't the demagnetized ones though. Like if you put them by your phone, like they would still work. They weren't those type of keys.
What?
Anyway, so we just couldn't get the keys to work in the elevator. We're like, what's happening? So the elevator starts to go up because it doesn't know where to go. It's going to whoever's calling it, right? So we're going up. We're still trying to get the cards to work. And all of a sudden the elevator stops and it opens behind us because there's two sets of doors. It opens behind us.
Yeah.
And I turn around to look and it's this dark room and no one was there. Yeah.
No, thank you.
And I'm like, what the fuck? This is terrifying. The doors like stay open because the keys aren't working. Nothing's happening. I realize it's like the supply room for the cleaners and stuff. It's got like towels and stuff in there, but no one was in there. So like, who called the elevator, you guys? And then right after that, someone got their key to work.
Eek.
Yeah.
Okay, I really want to know if somebody like is familiar with the inner workings of an elevator, because we had this like very similar experiences where we would use the key for outside, but then it wouldn't work to get into our room. And we went to the front desk at the second hotel that we stayed at literally 3 or 4 times per key.
Oh my God.
We got our keys changed out like almost every day.
What? That's crazy.
I don't know.
Huh.
So either they have really crappy keys or, mischief.
Yeah, what's happening?
Fuckery afoot.
Someone later said that like one of the employees probably called the elevator, but like didn't want to wait and then left the room. But I'm like, why? But why? Like, I don't think it took that long for the elevator to get up there. Because we all got in, and keys didn't work, and then it went. It was a couple seconds. Like, it wasn't like they were waiting 10 minutes for an elevator. So, like,
yeah, I don't know about. Yeah. Some people need to explain it in a rational way, no matter what. They just need that
to make you feel better.
Or they get too freaked out. Yeah. I mean, I get it.
Creepy
I get
happened,
it. I really do.
So, until we were on our way home and we had a creepy experience there in the car. So the GPS told us to take the next exit, and we both saw it. We both saw it say, take the next exit. We see the little blue line exiting. And we're like, okay, that's kind of weird because like we're on the freeway headed home. I don't think we exit, but we just followed it anyway. Yeah. Maybe there's traffic or something. There wasn't any traffic, but we followed the GPS. We're sheeple. It's fine. So we end up like under all of these bridges in what I call the underbelly of Seattle. It's like this industrial area. There's a bunch of like semi truck things, and it just looked. It was creepy under there, like. And so we would.
I'm not supposed to.
I know
be
exactly.
Here.
I was like, are we supposed to even be driving down here? Like, it didn't look like roads, really. Like, so I don't know.
Yeah,
but we were trying to get out and get back onto the freeway. It was like we were being directed by the GPS still, and it was having us turn the opposite way of like what you'd think to get back to the freeway.
Oh no.
So it kept doing that.
I don't like that.
And we were just driving around. Eventually we got out of there, but I felt like I was in like a back rooms type situation, but like on the road. Like everything kept looking the same. We kept turning and getting nowhere.
This isn't right.
Yeah, it was super creepy. So if you ever want to see the Seattle underbelly, just take the wrong exit.
Take the wrong turn.
Yep.
That's so weird. We had a similar experience driving back, not from Seattle, I don't think, but another spot up in Washington. And we ended up about 45 minutes in the wrong direction. Like it took us east.
What?
And we were like, okay. And we thought same thing. We're like, okay, this must be avoiding traffic, but we never looked around and saw any. We couldn't find any on the map. The wrong turn was just totally inexplicable. And I usually just chalk that up to like bad signal, but
yeah,
I don't know.
Have to explain it away.
Maybe we have like a little, maybe there's like a little Bermuda Triangle of the PNW.
Maybe.
Up in, you know what I mean?
The GPS always tell you to take the wrong turn.
Yeah.
Well, at least we got out.
Yeah.
So I also went to the MoPop, the Museum of Pop Culture. Have you heard of it? Probably from me.
Yeah, it took me a second. Yeah.
I probably talked about it.
Listen, you're not the only one that's been
I'm the
there.
only one who's ever been there. Okay. But I do highly, highly recommend. It was really, really cool. Have you been?
I don't think I have. No.
You should go. I highly recommend it.
Yeah, whenever I go up. Oh, do you? Do you really?
I wrote that in my notes. That's why I keep saying that.
Oh my gosh. So I highly recommend it.
I do. When we were there, they were doing the Disney heroes and villains like costume display.
Ooh.
It was so cool. They had the dresses. I wrote. So, okay. They had the dresses from Hocus Pocus.
Shut up.
Which I like fangirled over so hard. But in my notes, I wrote Hocus Pocus.
I mean, that feels like a Freudian slip.
Like I apparently need a Hocus Pocus. Okay.
Oh, God.
I'm going to use that now.
I think we can make a spell jar for that.
Hocus Pocus. I'm going to put it on a shirt.
I think that should. Yeah. Can we have matching Hocus Pocus shirts?
Yes. TM.
Yeah. Yeah. TM.
They also had different themed rooms there that are just there in the regular museum, not part of the Disney one. So they had a fantasy room and they had props from Harry Potter.
Oh,
yeah.
You know, that's where I lose my shit.
It was so cool. And in the horror one, they had Michael Myers costume. They had a Jason costume. They had Morticia freaking Adams dress.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's
I took
really
pictures
cool.
of it all. It was amazing. I'll share them with you guys.
Yeah. I feel like you'd be in the horror room and I'd be in the Harry Potter room.
I wanted
that really
to
speaks to our personalities.
Yeah. I just wanted to hang out there all day. It was so cool. But there was a lot of people there. It was too people-y
I bet
for me.
it's busy. Too people-y.
They also had props from Walking Dead, which we just talked about in an episode.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I know we talked about it.
Yeah. You're like, really? We did?
I mean, really, like, oh, they had the props.
They had, like, I didn't really go into detail on what they had in my notes, but like, they had all of the, did you watch The Walking Dead? You said you watched like some of it, right? Do you remember all of like the heads in the like fish tanks?
Yeah.
They had that. It was so cool.
You know what I really want them to have? Because right around the time we get introduced to her is when I stopped watching the show because of the horrible thing that they did, that it was like the shot heard round the world.
Mm-hmm.
Did they have Lucille? The bat?
I don't know.
The wire wrapped bat?
I don't think they did.
Okay.
Because I feel like I would have taken a photo of it if they did.
Right?
Yeah. But there was so much stuff and there was so many people and I get really like anxiety around a lot of people.
Yeah.
So I might have missed it. I'm not sure. But they don't have like every prop ever made, but
Yeah. I mean, probably some of them are still being used, right? I mean,
Probably. Are they still making The Walking Dead?
I don't know. Because after they did the thing, my interest took a nosedive.
Yeah, same. Sorry.
You know what you did.
You know what you did. Anyway, okay, moving along.
Okay.
I also obviously went to Pike Place because duh, had to go. I'd only ever been one time. So I had to go back and it was awesome. I love it there. I want to live there. I want to live in Pike Place.
Well, you were born in the wrong century for that.
I know, right?
You can live really close though.
I could.
We almost didn't come back. We were like, are we moving to
I really
Seattle?
like Seattle. I'm not going to lie. I really, really like it there. So
yeah,
we might be moving.
Okay, well, podcast relocation.
Still PNW. It still counts.
Yeah.
So I definitely wanted to hit a bunch of the places we talked about in episode 3, way back when I did the Pike Place haunting episode.
Yes.
Definitely.
It's so haunted.
It's so haunted. It's haunted everywhere. I didn't even talk about all of the hauntings that happen there. Like there might be a part 2.
Oh
someday.
my gosh.
Not today.
Yeah. I was like right now?
Not right now. No, sorry. I know. Disappointments everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I am.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely I went and got a coffee at Ghost Alley, which was delicious. And they sell gum there because it's right next to the gum wall. They sell gum.
Yeah.
So obviously I bought gum and I went and stuck it on the wall.
That's where we got our gum.
It's
when
so
we
cute.
went.
It's such a good idea.
love it.
Like they're so smart.
Mhm.
Because I was like, I didn't bring any gum. They have gum.
I'm going to the gum wall. What's the one thing I should bring? I can't think of anything. No, I got nothing.
Nothing comes to mind. Gum. That was literally me.
Yeah. Everybody, apparently.
I bet they make so much money on gum.
Probably more money on gum some days than coffee.
Probably.
But we bought both too. So
I also stopped by Market Magic Shop, which is Sheila's magic shop that we talked about in the episode. I didn't know that the name changed. But it's called Market Magic Shop. And that was the place that had Madame Nora trapped in the crystal ball.
Oh no.
I saw no crystal ball though.
Oh,
Maybe she's hiding in the back.
Yeah, they're worried someone's going to steal her.
Yeah. Let's try to set her
They're
free.
worried about they're worried about their hostage being kidnapped.
Oh, I should have looked harder.
Or you ask them and they're like, oh yeah, she's not here anymore.
Yeah, she's gone.
She's no longer with us.
We also went by Mary Tales, which was closed too. And that was sad. Like it said it was supposed to open at like 11 or something, but it was closed. I was like, I hope it's not closed forever. I really wanted to go in there and get something for my dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that was the one with the little kid ghost in it, I want to say.
Yeah, I think you're right. I don't know why, but that memory just like, it just synced up for me. I think you're right.
Was the one. And then we did go eat at Kel's, which was open. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
It was really cool. I didn't feel anything creepy. That was the one that was the mortuary, the Butterworth and Sons mortuary.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was kind of dark and spooky ambiance
Moody.
in there. So yeah, it was great. I also tried to find Kikisoblu's house where she passed away because it said in my original research, her house was between Pike and Pine, where the market is now. But apparently they were looking at old photos and they figured out that it might not be where the house was. Because in the background, it looked like maybe a beach or something in the background, but it turns out that it wasn't, they don't think. I'll link the article. It's a whole thing where this guy was like trying to find where her house was. So I didn't get to do that. Maybe someday we'll go and like try to find the new spot where they think it might be. That would be cool. But it looks like it's a bit of a search. And they didn't like pinpoint it on the map or anything for you, which was annoying. Yeah. Like, can you just tell me where it's at so I can go look at it?
I want to go to there.
Yeah. Because like, it's not like going to be flooded with people, right? Like how many people? I mean, maybe it would be. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, when they first put out the information, it might kind of get flooded at first, but then I feel like after that, it would settle down and wouldn't be that big of a deal.
Yeah. But, oh, well. I also want to go to her grave, which is in Seattle. I can't remember the name of the cemetery, but I want to go there. That would be cool.
Yeah.
So I have a crazy dream story to tell you guys. I know nobody likes dream stories. Nobody cares about your dream, but this one's cool.
I do.
I do too.
Who are these people that don't care about dream stories?
I know. I always feel like I hear people say, no one wants to hear about your dream. Like nobody cares, but I care. I think dreams are fucking cool as shit. Like what happens in your brain is so weird to me.
I think so too. And also, it's Dick Road. Don't be a dick.
God, if you don't want to listen, turn off your ears. Okay. I think about a few weeks before the trip. I don't think it could have been more than a month because I remembered it so vividly. So it was like a few weeks before we went to Seattle. I had this random dream that I was going to the dentist, which I do need to do. It's fine. My dream wasn't trying to tell me something, but
I'm anxious for you now, though.
Why? It's not.
I don't know.
It's not like bad. It's weird. We'll get there. So I kind of felt like in the dream, like it was old timey. I don't know why I got that feeling in the dream, but in the dream, it was olden times. Way back in the day.
Okay. way back machine.
Yeah. Like, I don't know how you can get that feeling from a dream, but you just do. And I guess it was like the way everything looked too. It just looked old. So I was walking down all of these hallways trying to find my dentist office door because it was like a big building with a bunch of different offices in it. And so I was looking for the dentist, and it had like, the doors were wood framed and there was like glass in the middle of the door with the writing of the building on it. Why do you look like that?
Oh, no, sorry. I do the dainty mouth covering when I
was
yawn.
Like, what is she
Sorry,
saying?
I'm a freak.
I just bumped my mic too.
Oh, sorry.
So that was a dream, just me looking for my dentist in a hallway. Weird. I was like, okay, whatever.
Okay.
So as we were going through the market, I see this big tooth sign, and it's like, it says dentist office, and it has like an arrow pointing to a door, and it says suite 309. And I was like, for some reason it like triggered the memory of the dream. And I was just like, okay, I'm going to humor myself and we're just going to go in and see what happens. So I go in, and it's all of these hallways with all of these doors. And I was looking for the dentist office. And I was like, oh my God, I'm like literally living my dream right now. It didn't look exactly the same.
But like really close to what you remember.
Really close. Yeah. I think in my dream, like there was like green carpet and this was just wood floor. So I'm like, I don't know, maybe they ripped up the green carpet. Was there green carpet there?
Maybe.
So I kept walking. I found the dentist, and it was a wood frame door with glass in the middle with the dentist office name written on it. Yeah. Isn't that so weird? And I didn't take any photos. I thought that I had, but I think I was like so freaked out and like, what is happening right now, that I didn't take any pictures.
Or maybe you did.
Or maybe I did and they got erased from my phone.
Phantom. Yeah.
I took a picture because one of the doors was the Goodwin Library. And I took a picture of that.
Oh.
But yeah. So next time I go back, I'm going to go exploring again. And I'm going to take a picture of the dentist office door. I didn't even take a picture of the sign I thought I took a picture of. Like the tooth sign.
The heck?
Yeah, I found one online.
That's weird.
Yeah. I don't know. I was like freaked out. It's like, I can tell the future.
Apparently. Yeah, but only dental stuff.
Yeah, only dental future. Maybe it was really telling me like, you need to go into the dentist and get your cleaning, bitch. Like, come on.
Maybe.
Who knows?
That's so weird.
We also went to a speakeasy bar. Yeah. It was really fun. It was this old brick building and the entrance was an alleyway, which apparently is called Gin Alley.
I love that.
Bathtub Gin and Company.
Yeah, that makes sense because that's, ties into the days of Prohibition.
Yeah, totally.
They used to make all of that stuff in bathtubs.
Ew, so gross.
I mean, I think probably clean bathtubs relative to the times, but still.
I hope so. I really hope so. But you got to do what you got to do, right?
Yeah. My tub is clean enough now that I could make gin in it. I wouldn't because I'm not a gin drinker, but I would make tequila in my bathtub. I would make vodka in my bathtub.
See, I just don't know how you do that because don't you need a still? Like, how do you do that in a bathtub? I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they just set the still in the bathtub and they maybe they did that because they were trying to keep it under cover and you could just pull the curtain and it looked like there was nothing in there.
We'll have to look up how they used to make bathtub gin.
Yeah. I know now I'm feeling like a dummy because I'm like, maybe there's some totally other explanation for that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We'll look it up later. So this speakeasy bar is located in Belltown, which I guess is what the area is called in Seattle.
Belltown.
Yeah.
Interesting. I don't think I've ever heard that.
Like the Pearl or something. Like this is like Belltown. I don't know. Because the address is Seattle. So it's like, that's not the town. But it's between 1st and 2nd. It's 50 feet north of Blanchard Street. Look for the wooden door. Is what it says on their website.
Look for the wooden door.
Yeah. And they have a bouncer and you go and he's either right there at the door or you knock on the door and he comes out and tells you have to wait in the alley for a seat because it's very small. It's very limited seating in there, but it's so worth the wait.
So exclusive.
Super exclusive. And the drink I got was amazing. It was called To the Moon and it's rosé fortified wine, rhubarb liqueur, sage honey, prosecco, hibiscus flower.
Oh my God, that sounds amazing. Okay, so you obviously have all of the ingredients listed. Mm-hmm. Can that be something that we need to make those? Can we make those? I guess that's Mom. Can we make those?
You have to make your own rhubarb liqueur, right? They don't just sell that.
Oh, you can totally. Oh, I'm sure you can buy that somewhere from a specialty shop or something.
Interesting. But yeah, it was a really good drink. It was a little sweet though. Well, sweet, but it's fine. I have a really cool video of it because they put the hibiscus flower down at the bottom and it bubbles and it looks really cool. It looks like a spiky sea creature in the bottom of your drink.
That is so cool.
Also, I want to share one more super cool thing that happened.
Yeah.
So we went up to the Space Needle. We did the bar up there, which I highly recommend. It's really cool. They make you drinks by your table. They have really cool glasses. do it. It's really fun. But I was having just one of those days, where I just didn't feel good about myself. Just felt really crappy. And I was like, I'm so ugly today, blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't even feel like seeing people. It was just one of those days. We all have those days, I think.
No.
Unless, I'm just crazy. But
I mean, you are, but that's not why.
But as we were walking into the Space Needle, this woman looks at me and she's like, "You are so pretty." And I was just like, "What?" Me? Like, I almost burst into tears. Seriously. I was like, "Oh my God, thank you so much." I just wanted to share how thankful I was for that moment, because you never know when someone needs like a compliment like that. You can make their entire day just by saying how pretty they are. Yeah. So I've been trying to compliment people wherever I go. Like, "Hey, I love your dress," or "I love your shoes. Like, your hair looks great." I've been trying to do that to strangers and hopefully make someone feel as good as I felt that day. So thanks, girl. I don't know who you are, but if you're listening, you told me I was pretty.
Yeah.
I don't know how many people you tell are pretty at the Space Needle, but.
She's like, "You could have been literally anyone."
Yeah, I tell them that I just hang out by the Space Needle all day and just tell people how pretty they are.
You're so pretty.
Yeah, but it was sweet. So
yeah, but I love that because I know that you are not somebody that will typically feel the most comfortable to just go up to a random stranger and talk to them, Like, I think probably for both of us, but more so for you. I sometimes just, you're just a little bit more introverted.
Definitely.
And I feel like that's such a nice thing for anybody to do, but it's really nice too, just knowing that that's not always the most comfortable thing, but it's such a genuine effort to make the world a better place.
I just want everyone to love each other.
Yes.
So since I talked about my Seattle trip, I wanted to find a fun haunted place in Seattle, obviously. And I found a little bar called Rebar. It's RE-BAR. Rebar.
Cute.
Yeah. And it's located at 114 Howell Street in Seattle, Washington. But before you get too excited, it's closed.
What?
Yeah, they closed for COVID and they never were able to reopen.
No.
I know. It's really sad. And after you hear the story of it, you're going to be even more sad. Yeah, it sucks. And I was like, dang it. I want to talk about a place that's open so people get excited to go. But when I came across this, I was like, I'm going to talk about it anyway, because it's really cool.
Yeah. Somebody will take over this space and it'll still be haunted.
Yeah. Hopefully. I mean, hopefully they don't tear the building down, but we'll see what happens. No. So the building that stands there today was built in 1930. It's not a particularly interesting building for being that old. It's described as being pretty plain. It's a single story amongst all of these skyscrapers that are now in Seattle. It's this little building, and it's painted black and red. It has a huge light up arrow pointing to the door, and it has pride flags proudly on display.
I love it.
Yeah, there's a reason for it too, obviously.
Ooh.
So although the building itself might not be much to look at, the history of the occupants is quite colorful. Before they built this building, they believed the lot was some sort of boarding house or apartment. They found records of several people listing it as their address. And in 1914, one person was selling resurrection plants at this address. Do you know what those are?
Oh, no.
So I'll link a video. So it's this fern kind of looking plant, and it like rolls up into a ball when it dries. And then you can put water in it and it like opens back up, and it just keeps doing that forever. It dries up, you put it in water and it opens back up.
What?
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Aren't they cool? So I had one. My friend Brittany got me one, I think in New Orleans. And it had its little home outside. I would go out and like give it water when it was shriveled and like just watch it bloom. I freaking love this thing. And then I go out one day and it's not there anymore. I know.
What?
I don't know what happened to it. It grew legs and it ran away from me.
Or it was like taken up by a bird or something.
It was like maybe a bird.
That is
like,
so
took it from its
weird.
nest or something. I don't know.
I don't know if that would be.
Yeah, but you don't like plant it or anything. It's kind of like an air plant. You just sits there.
I was gonna
doesn't
say.
do anything. Yeah. But it's pretty funny. I added that little tidbit in there just like for very selfish reasons because I wanted to tell you guys about resurrection plants.
That's so cool though.
Yeah. In 1910, a man named Francois Duval sadly passed away in one of the rooms. So there is a history of death on the property. It's not in the building. It was the building before, but you know.
Yeah, but it's on the property. That energy can still be tied to that.
And then in 1920, it was a Pete's coffee shop.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that funny? They called it like an unassuming lunch counter or something in the article. I didn't write it down, but
cute.
Yeah, it was like it turned into like this big coffee place and in the 20s. That's crazy.
Yeah, Pete's has been around for quite a while, I guess.
Apparently.
Yeah.
So then they built this new building in 1930, and before it was Rebar, several different gay bars occupied the building.
Yay.
The first being Nighthawk Tavern.
Get out of here.
You can call me Nighthawk.
Yes.
I
gladly
read that. It's so funny.
You have to call me Dragon.
Exactly. I'll be Nighthawk and you can be Dragon because you're fiery.
Deal. I mean, you know, if the shoe fits.
In the mid 70s, it became Thirsties, which is a pretty good bar name.
That is amazing.
Isn't that pretty good?
Thirsties.
I've been hearing a lot about like thirst traps or whatever the fuck people post. And I was like, that would be a great bar name. The Thirst Trap. I bet it's already a thing. Do you think?
Maybe. I don't know. But you know what? I think there's enough room for multiple thirst traps. I say that I think we need to start a bar, Cassie.
I think so too.
Let's start a bar.
We have a lot of ideas of things we should start.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Okay, sorry, shut up.
Anyway, by the 80s, it was called Axel Rock. Very 80s.
Wow. Yeah, that's something.
Super 80s. It was owned by two men, Alex, aka Axel, and Rick, aka Rocky. So cute.
Love it.
I know. I love that they named it like after their nicknames too. So cute. But Axel devastatingly passed away shortly after being diagnosed with AIDS, and the bar had to close. Yeah. It's so sad. It was back in that time, you know, people were getting hit really hard with the AIDS epidemic. And unfortunately, the bar got hit too. So next came Sparks Tavern, known as just S by the regulars. That's cute too. Like these are all so cute.
So short. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go to S. That's cool.
Yeah. I like it.
All of these bars had cabaret acts and dancing, but with S, they evolved into hosting many different styles of entertainment, including full-ass plays on their teeny tiny
Yes.
stage that they had.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So cool. And then I said it again. So cool.
Yeah. Great energy in that space.
Then when Rebar took over in 1990, they kept kind of the same vibe as all of the past bars, but they amped it up even more. And it became way more than just a gay bar. This is a quote from the Seattle Curbed article that I will link for you guys. Rebar became, quote, a home for freaks, geeks, drag queens, bikers, punks, B-listers, wallflowers, wastoids, goths.
Goths?
I can't say goths.
I know it is a hard one.
That is hard.
One more time.
Goths, grungers, drama nerds, and everybody else.
We would have hung out there, right?
Totally.
I still want to hang out there.
I know. I want to go so bad. Can we open up another Rebar?
Yeah,
Everyone
but we do
send them
have
your
to call
money.
it Thirst Trap.
It's true.
Yeah.
Maybe we
Yeah.
should go buy the
Buy
space.
me a
It's
coffee.
for sale.
Yeah.
It's like $500,000. It's fine.
Yeah. I feel like that's super affordable for downtown
I think
Seattle.
it might be more. I think it's more than that.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Anyway. So it really just became a place that was like a safe space for anyone who felt kind of like an outsider.
I love that.
There was one last huge piece of history that seriously breaks my heart even more that this place is closed. Rebar was the site of Nirvana's release party for Nevermind.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, gosh, this really sounds familiar. Why am I not placing this? All right. Well,
That's probably why.
yeah, now everyone knows I'm a dumb.
I didn't know. But they apparently got kicked out of their own party for being too rambunctious.
I love that. Yeah. See, that's why the name sounded familiar because I remember that piece of the story. And I remember reading about this. Like, wow, it's pretty rock and roll. Got
That's
kicked out of your
so
own lunch
grunge.
party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so funny. So there are 2 ghosts known to linger around the building. A seance performed by a medium revealed that one is apparently a woman who owned Nighthawk. I couldn't find any info about who owned Nighthawk.
Oh, wow.
And I thought it was like a little weird that it might have been a woman like back in the 30s owning a bar, but maybe she owned it with her husband, or I'm not sure how common that would have been.
Yeah. That would strike me as odd too. Because it just wasn't that common for women to have owned their own property and businesses at, that point in history.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Fuck the
That's what the
patriarchy.
seance medium said. So,
Yeah. Did she say the other one was Kurt?
No.
Oh, damn it.
Unfortunately. No, but the other one is pretty funny, but we'll get there. So this woman supposedly passed away in the building and people see her crying at the bar. Oh, that's so sad.
Someone get this woman a drink.
She needs a drink. She needs some ice cream. She needs a tissue.
Yeah.
Like, help her out.
Yeah.
The other ghost is a leather daddy.
Yes.
Which is the most amazing ghost I've ever heard of.
Oh my God. Yes.
I just picture him like going around just like whipping people.
I love this for this space. And I love, Cassie, that you found a way to work the phrase leather daddy into our show.
I mean,
that is some of the magic.
They did write
well,
that
no,
in the
I
articles.
know.
They called him a leather daddy. So
yeah. No, but you found a way to tie that story in. You brought that to us.
I did. You're welcome. You're welcome for this amazing information I'm sharing with you.
I love it.
But I guess he likes to fuck around with like the stage tech, like the lighting and the sound and all of the equipment and stuff. He likes to mess around with that. So I don't know if maybe he's just trying to like get his own vibe going. Like the lighting. Yeah. He wants, probably dim red.
Dim red or lighting. That.
Put his own music on, whatever he's into.
That is a mood.
Totally. They also have a slight problem with a certain stench that randomly comes from the stage area. But they can never find the source.
Guys, we need to find the source.
I know. Like just tear down the stage and just dig until you find it.
Yeah. I mean,
but I guess it's not like an all the time stench. It's only every once in a while. Like they'll get a whiff of it on the stage. So I don't think it's like something died in there because you would continuously smell that.
Yeah, I would think so. You know what it is? Leather Daddy is just periodically crop dusting the stage.
He could
I solved it. I solved it, you guys.
You want to know something funny?
Yeah.
The next thing I wrote is, so they blamed it on the ghost. I feel like that's the same as blaming your fart on a dog.
Oh my God.
Like someone's just farting, I think.
Wow.
Or it's a ghost. You never know. But I also wonder too if it like could be a demon because those have a smell associated.
They do. Yeah. And not a good one. You would describe it as a stench.
Yeah. And I didn't see any reports of any negative activity or feeling there. It was mostly positive vibes and stuff. So who knows?
Ugh.
Whistling is heard when employees are alone in the building at night.
Okay. So I'm not a fan of whistling on the whole. I just find it like kind of, it just kind of pierces my ear in a way that I don't care for it. I'll be honest.
But I'm not a fan either. And an employee had an apparition walk through him, like a literal apparition walked through him. And he said it felt like a rush of air.
Sir, if you could please not pass through me.
I don't know who's doing the whistling either. Like, is it like a song or is it like whistling like, hey, come here, or like, hey, how you doing? Or like,
it's the part in Kill Bill where there's that like whistling sound in the song.
Ooh. Maybe that's the demon.
I think so.
The apparition this man saw, he didn't specify if it was a man or a woman. So I don't know if it was just kind of like a figure and he couldn't tell or what. So I don't know if it was the leather daddy or...
I assume it's a man because that just feels like dude behavior.
Yeah.
I don't feel like female ghosts or... Yeah. I don't know.
Another employee had the apparition of a woman appear right in front of her face, laughing at her. And then she just disappeared.
Rude.
Yeah. I think in the article they were saying she felt like she was being laughed at for being like startled. Yeah.
Oh my God. Ha, you're such an idiot. I scared you.
Yeah. Bye. And then she like disappears.
Wow.
But that is all I have on Rebar, which I'm still so sad that these small businesses just couldn't come back from COVID. It just sucks.
It's a bummer. I think there's a lot that, they kind of clawed their way back, but it's not all of them. And we lost some good ones for sure.
We did. Yeah. What are you looking at?
I don't know. I was hearing something for a second and I wasn't sure if that was like neighbors we don't have neighbors upstairs. So it's been so creepy because I think that we told you, like, we've been hearing someone upstairs, like, that guy, just moved out a few weeks ago. Well, we've still been hearing something upstairs.
Oh, huh.
Like someone was there and we're like, no one should be there. And at odd hours. So it's not just like a cleaner because it's like 7 p.m. Chris said he woke up a couple of different times. Like I think one's at like 1 a.m. and one's at like 3 a.m. And he's hearing stuff. Someone's up there. Chris just found out that apartment has probably been unlocked like 24/7 since those people moved out. So we were like, okay, either the ghost just like pieced the fuck out to upstairs, or there's been possibly like a squatter or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's freaky. Either way, I don't like it.
Oh, that's not good.
No.
Okay, we're starting our tarot read for some insight into rebar. Okay, I think I'm ready to pull a card here. Let's see. I'm just going to cut it like I used to. We have the 5 of Needles in reverse. So the 5 of Swords. And this is my Nightmare Before Christmas deck, so the suits are a little different.
Yeah. Okay. I've got the journal at the ready.
It doesn't look very great.
It doesn't. That's really scary looking, actually.
It's Oogie Boogie and Jack. Jack fighting Oogie Boogie. So in the little book that came with the Nightmare Before Christmas deck, it says reversed 5 of Needles represents the period after a battle when it's time to shake hands and move on. You've had a moment to settle your bets and cool off. Let bygones be bygones and move on with your head held high. Okay. Interesting.
Is that telling one of the ghosts to move on?
I don't know. I'm like, maybe it's talking about rebar. Like they had a battle with COVID and they kind of lost.
No.
And it's time to move on. That's kind of sad.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Yeah.
Oh, should I pull out the interpretation from the big book?
Yeah.
All right. So our keywords are change, adjustment, loss, destruction, conflict, indecision, sadness. So, I mean, not great. In the Modern Witch Tarot, the picture obviously is going to look a little bit different. The number 5 signifies change. And this card shows a time of adjustment after a conflict of some kind. So definitely it's funny because we've done this before where we've really seen such a strong match with the interpretation that we're like, yep, we got the suits right. You know. Sometimes the fight stems from ideological or spiritual differences. The Rider-Waite-Smith Aquarian and some other decks show a soldier on the battlefield at the end of a fight. The card asks, what have you won or lost?
Aww. This just makes me sad.
I know.
I hate it.
It says, reversed, the 5 suggests pretty much the same thing as it does upright. Okay, so the overarching symbol is kind of devastation, destruction after a loss. So means pretty much the same as that, apparently.
Okay.
Blech. When the card appears reversed in a reading, however, you may feel a great sense of remorse, regret, or unhappiness. Sometimes it shows you making repairs or reparations after a conflict, trying to set things right and learning from your suffering. In a reading about money, the reversed 5 can indicate losses after a fight, perhaps a legal matter or a squabble over an inheritance.
Huh.
In the end, no one really wins, and you may experience regret. Indecision or unwillingness to make necessary changes could be costly too. If the reading is about your job, struggles with bosses or coworkers may cause hard feelings or impede your progress. A conflict may damage your chances for advancement, perhaps causing you to change jobs under unfavorable circumstances.
Aww.
Oh,
That's so true.
In a reading about love, this card can indicate mourning the loss of a relationship or regretting a decision made in the heat of an argument. Perhaps you feel betrayed. In some cases, however, it can suggest trying to repair the damage and make constructive changes, perhaps with the help of therapy. Go to therapy.
It just makes me so mad too, because these people, these businesses were supposed to get help through COVID so that they wouldn't have to lose their jobs. And a lot of them just didn't get the help that they needed. And I'm sure they were fighting for it.
Yeah, I think that a lot of, we see it in almost everything, right? Where the bureaucratic process, unfortunately, what people are supposed to get in the way of assistance, it's harder to access than it should be and than it's supposed to be. I feel like
it almost makes me wonder too, because of the type of bar it was, if they were like trying to purposefully kind of push them out of the neighborhood.
I mean, could be. I think all of the, at least from what I know, and I certainly didn't go through the whole like screening process or anything, but with like the PPP loans, I feel as if that was money that was basically federally mandated, that came from the federal government, and then it was sort of directed by states. So whether or not that, that's a possibility, I think.
Yeah.
Who knows? It's so hard to say.
Because you can tell the area it's in just by the picture on Google Maps with all of the brand new big skyscraper buildings, that maybe they just don't want this, bar with all these crazy
guy.
people. Yeah. With all the big list of types of people that I read out.
Yeah. You guys are too loud. You're too weird.
Yeah. You're too goth.
Yeah. Goth.
So I don't know. It makes me scared for the building too. Like what's gonna happen to it. There's so much history there.
Yeah.
Bummer.
I know. I hate to see those old buildings go away. It's one thing if over time that has to happen just for, the safety aspect, because it's no longer structurally sound and we're kind of putting Band-Aids on a broken leg. But just to have it go away because unfortunately it's a kind of a casualty of COVID that's shitty.
Yeah.
Boo. 0 out of 10.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
It's time to let go and move on, I guess.
I guess.
Oh. Sorry, creepy people. We're so sad.
I know. It really is sad. It really is sad, but we'll have to go up to Seattle and frequent some of the other places that we found and liked and that have kind of made it through some of those darker times for, businesses, and just support the crap out of them.
I know. I want to go and like take a picture at least of the building if it's still got the sign and everything. I really don't know if they've torn anything down yet, but I kind of want to go
Hopefully
up there
not.
and see if I can get a photo of it before it's gone.
Yeah.
It's a long drive though. So.
It is, yeah, just for a single photo. But you know what? We could plan a trip. And maybe if it lasts until October, if nothing else, we'll be kind of up in that direction. So.
Yeah. Or if anyone listening lives in Seattle and wants to go take a photo and send it to us, that'd be cool.
That is
Anyone
a great idea.
Seattle? Hello, out there in Seattle. Are you listening?
We know there's a few of you.
There's a couple.
Yeah, there's a few.
All right. Well, I think it's time to say goodbye for now, not forever.
Yeah. We'll be BRB. Have a creepy ass day. See you next Tuesday.
Not rebar
Bye.
though. Oh. Bye, Leather Daddy.
So for all of you that are listening, if you have any true crime or paranormal stories that you want us to share, maybe with the whole Pacific Northwest.
Yes, we would love to read them on the pod.
Yes, we will read them out loud.
Not just in our heads.
Yes. They don't have to be from the Pacific Northwest. If you would like to share, email us at pnw@gmail.com. It's all spelled out, no special characters, super duper easy peasy.
Follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Same thing as the email at PNW Haunts and Homicides, all spelled out, no special characters. Please also rate and review us on whatever platform you're listening to, and check out our stories on social media because our meme game is hot.
Agreed.
And if you agree, like Caitlin, you can also find us on Patreon and support the show.
Bitchin'. When in Rome, or not, because we're not talking about UFOs.
Is there UFOs in Rome?
I'm sure there's UFOs everywhere, because duh. But when in Rome is just that's just like a like one of those phrases.
Really?
People
I've
use
never
it for
heard it.
everything. Yeah. Yeah. Like when you're doing something that's like kind of new or adventurous. Wait, are you making fun of me? You've heard of it, haven't you? Oh my God. You're such a nugget.
Thanks again for listening to Scary Time by Indie Drop-In Network. If you would like to nominate a scary or paranormal podcast to be featured, just send me a tweet at Indie Drop-In. I'd also love to hear if one of our featured podcasts is now your favorite show. Indie Drop-In survives off ad revenue and listener donations. If you would like to contribute, please consider buying me a coffee. You can go to buymeacoffee.com/Indie Drop-In. If you look at the very bottom of the episode description, you will see a link to make it easy. Indie Drop-In also has many other shows you might like. Just go to indiedropin.com. See you next week.